chest coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Hit the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it.
They love their crab cakes and they love their football. That's what Maryland does. And we are at M&T Bank Stadium down near the Inner Harbor of Baltimore. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Baltimore Ravens. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a long night.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Howard. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30.
It's a gain of
a good pickup there of 20 yards.
Buccaneers.
So first and 10 now from the 30. No chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
A
nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Second and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still fourth down upcoming.
But it brings up fourth down.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now first and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out here with the option left. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The keeper there turning into a big play of 23 yards, and it moves the sticks. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup
off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vita Vea breaking through to get the sack.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
Play action. Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's complete. It's Watson. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That 3rd down conversion good for 23.
And the Buccaneer first down.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Carrier.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back there and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Second and 6. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Scotty Miller, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are going to retake the lead. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Makes the score Buccaneers 10, Ravens 7. Matt Gay to kick off for Tampa Bay.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
He was tackled.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Jackson throwing on target to Brown. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 40. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
At the 40-yard.
Here's Jackson. And going deep downfield for Boykin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson scoring on the keeper from 6 yards out. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. And that makes it 14-10.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 14, Buccaneers 10. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and downfield, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress. And I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
Eluding the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off.
And he's into the clear.
I'm going to show you,
all
man.
the way in for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he finds Howard complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain. Of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
1st down, Tampa Bay.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going deep this time from... And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Scotty Miller with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And he's got it to make this a 21-17 game.
Ravens 21. Buccaneers 17.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. These two teams trading touchdowns here in what has been a back-and-forth first half.
And ordinarily,
he's got a man complete. 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
Is good.
And it's up and good.
Ravens 28. Buccaneers 17.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll find Miller. That's complete. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Buccaneers.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Scotty Miller on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. And the lead is down to 4.
Makes the score Ravens 28, Buccaneers 24. Matt Gay to kick off for Tampa Bay.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Forced out to his left. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. So first and 10 now from the 30. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards, the final tally.
It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Go, go, go. Hey, hey.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson, and he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Mark Andrews in the final seconds of the first half, and the Ravens will add on to their lead.
His kick is
And he puts it through.
Makes the score Ravens 35, Buccaneers.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bucs take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking downfield for Godwin. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Looking downfield for Godwin. And, oh, he coughed it up past the 20. And he brings it back. Can you believe it? An offensive disaster on the final play of the first half.
They just had to hold on to the ball.
Gay is on for the point after. And the lead is down to 4.
Makes the score.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3?
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And we will not see a return to start the half as this will be a touchback.
The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Here's Jackson to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They go play action with Jackson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 39 yards there, a big one.
You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some...
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. An 18-yard touchdown grab as the Ravens push further out in front. So that's the rookie's first trip to the end zone, and I think it's safe to say one he'll always remember.
Oh, without a doubt. That one is going to be imprinted forever. And nowadays, we're seeing rookies make a greater impact at that position at receiver than ever before. I think mainly because of the sheer volume of footballs that they catch in college.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Malik Harrison on the tackle.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They run again with Hunt. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll set up to throw. Steps away to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up.
Flush to his right.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Again, Jackson. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Jackson's going to look to run it.
The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He had the option there, decided to keep it, exposed himself and fumbled it.
Yeah, and you worry about the hits he's going to take in that situation. In this case, not only does he take the hit, he coughs the ball up, as you noted.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he completes it to Hunt. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Complete to Kareem Hunt. A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd down and 7.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going up top for Miller. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 39.
Scotty Miller.
It's a big play there for the Buccaneers. 42 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they run it with Hunt. And a nice pick up there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run again with Hunt. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen.
And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there, but it'll be 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Jackson.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
10 yards to go.
The Ravens on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Vita Vea, his 2nd sack of the night.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So a special teams mistake on a long punt return.
And think about the momentum that leaks out after that play, right? It's built up, terrific return, everyone's excited, but that flag on the ground can bring it way, way back.
Now it's Hunt. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Hunt. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 11-yard line.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look for a late touchdown. Second and 11. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
And 8.
Jackson to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line.
The ball carrier.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Gain of 7 brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
He's going deep for Brown. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Baltimore, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And